hillside, team reppin' the blue. Tidal waves crashing, what we gonna do? West Coast anthem, hit you with a juke. Linebackers big, offense got the juice. Coach on the sideline scheming with the plays. Players hitting hard, rival teams in the days. Sea breeze blowing, crowd going wild. Quarterbacks got moves like a serpent dial. Hail to the tidal wave, Santa Cruz pride. Run the field, shock the world, cyclone tide. Fans in the bleachers, rocking that gear. West Coast legends, we make it clear. Practice under sunsets, grind never stops. Every year we gaining, aiming for the tops. Cheerleaders flexing, mascots hype. Tidal wave tsunami, get caught in the hype. Game day thunder, stadium roar. Defense like iron, offense pure gore. Marching band pumping, beats on the breeze. Victories our flavor, taste of the seas. Hail to the tidal wave, Santa Cruz pride. Run the field, shot the world, cyclone tide. Fans in the bleachers, rocking that gear. West Coast legends, we make it clear.
After an upsetting defeat by the hands of Illinois, we decided to take on the offseason after a disappointing season. Now, as you can see, our man, Josh Robinson, is in the lead for Heisman, and he does end up winning Player of the Year. Now, does that mean he wins Heisman? I have no clue, but that stat line is pretty insane. The first man to ever get as much as he did in a single season, and he's only a freshman. Now, that speed definitely comes in handy. But no! He gets robbed, but at the same time, Carson Beck looks like he deserved it. 49 touchdowns, 1 pick. That's insane. Not as insane as our receiver getting as much as he did. That's still an insane stat line. Carson Beck absolutely dominating the season. We did play them earlier on, but now Josh Robinson, here we go. He's getting all the awards. The best receiver award is another one he got. He's already gotten Player of the Year, and now he's got best receiver. I don't know what the difference is between Player of the Year and Heisman, but I don't know. So now on to the recruits. These are the recruits we have now going into the offseason. We got these guys committed during the season, and we are already getting other jobs, but we are not going to take it because we're trying to help build up Santa Cruz to become the next powerhouse dynasty. And now, as you can see, Josh Robinson was very close behind Carson Beck on that list, for sure. And now going into this, we are going to be looking at some of the transfers we're trying to get in the portal. I feel some of these guys could definitely help. We got Matt Fuchsia and Walker White. Matt Fuchsia, he's definitely going to help us out. As you can see, he's a scrambler, which is going to help us when we're trying to evade the defenders, because our offensive line is still going to need a bunch of work. It's still a work in progress, but Walker White, coming in from Auburn, he could definitely help us out tremendously. And I can't wait to see if he decides to commit or not, what our situation is going to be, considering our starting quarterback has said that he might leave. He has entered the transfer portal, but he might not leave. But for now, we're going to have to scout some of these guys we're trying to get in the portal. After week 1, that's what it's looking like. Now going into week 2 of recruiting. Walker White, we're still first on his list, right ahead of Hawaii. And we're going to pump as many hours as we can. We have 675. We have 675 right now. Let's try to get Lee Baby. I don't know how to spell it. BB. Lee BB Jr. And then my boy Elick Aoman from Stanford, a 4-star. If we can get him, it would be absolutely massive, which is why I'm putting 65 points into him. I have worked on getting this to the point where I can actually put 65 hours into almost every position. And we are right behind him for Wingate right here. 3-star linebacker. we're just behind on these guys. We got to start working on trying to get ahead for these guys. Because like I said, this team needs a big turnaround. We lost some good starters this offseason, but we're going to try to fill that in with some nice quality transfers and some decent recruits that we recruited ourselves. We're going to be kind of like Colorado, where we build up through the transfer portal. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Definitely help us get better real quickly. And I feel that would be a good idea. It would be a pretty solid idea, especially when we can get some corners with speed, of course, with some speed. Because we've had issues this last season of getting beat deep. Yeah, we don't need that to happen again, ever. So we're going to try to get some of these DBs and the safeties, corners. We need these guys not to be able to get beat. We need these guys to be able to actually guard their man. If we go man, zone, whatever, we need these guys to play some pretty solid defense. Now, I do have about 110 hours left, so I can just try pumping the rest of these hours into these guys. Maybe go back and even consider some more. But I hope we can actually get some stuff done in recruiting. Because like I said, I want this team to be built up relatively quickly. Because I feel it can be done. The way Coach Holiday Sr. is building himself up as a talented recruiter is definitely going to help him get some better recruits as time goes on. Yeah, Walker White and Matt Fuchsia are the two guys I'm looking forward to. If we can get Walker White, we can steal him from Auburn. I don't think he did much at Auburn. And Elick Ailmanor, obviously a 4-star. He's goated. He's actually a really good receiver. And I accidentally clicked out. But it doesn't matter. Dexter Browning wouldn't be a bad guy to, train up a little bit. He's one of the first offensive linemen we have on the board. But that's not going to matter. Malachi Hood, we need you, bro. All these guys we actually need a lot. Transfer freshman, we can get him when he's a freshman. That would not be a terrible idea. We can have a nice little 4 years with him. Now, whether we need Walker White is questionable. He could definitely help have that presence. He's a transfer freshman. So he could be looking to transfer somebody else if we plan on using him. Actually, if we plan on not using him, if we get him. But as you can see, Elick Ailmanor, we're just barely ahead of Clemson for. Man, oh man, I will be mad as ever if I lose him to Clemson. We are slightly ahead for him. I would hate to lose him. Now, I probably just jinxed myself, let's be honest. I probably definitely jinxed myself just now. But hopefully not. Hopefully a bunch of these guys decide to come down to the squad, come down to the West Coast, which is the best coast, and get their playing time. And hopefully get us to at least a bowl game this year. I see. Okay, we started as a 1-10 team. We went 1-10 1-11. We went 1-11 this season. We need to up our game, and getting these recruits would do that for sure. And he's not the fastest. End of week 2. Oh, we've been locked out. Just barely missed them, but Elick Ailmanor we're still first for. Oh, Clemson. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. It's done. Walker White. Ooh, we're breaking away. Oh, wait, that's Eastern Michigan. Oh, my bad. Hawaii is not even on the board. Now, but we are not first on this board for. We got to get up in the list. We have to. Because getting another good running back. Well, I don't know. Juszczyk is a athlete, so we can put him anywhere we want. He might not be a running back for us. Can't do much with Ailmanor. Now, I can probably do some more, considering we got around 40 hours left. Let's try to put Max into Wingate. Wingate would not be a bad linebacker for us. Probably go in, blitz a little bit. Heck, you could probably put him back in man. He'd probably be one of my users. if he gets to play. Maybe not. I don't know. Well, most of these guys are going to get to play because our entire team sucks already. Malachi Hood. I am butchering these names. Or butchering. Dang, what am I talking about? I am yapping tremendously right now. But anyways, Nicholas Deloach would not be a bad option. We get Eli Manor. We get a second good receiver. Eli Manor and Josh Robinson connection is going to be real for Matt Fuchsia and possibly Walker White if we can get him. We get Walker White! Just as I was saying his name, we steal both Stanford's best player and Auburn's freshman quarterback, and we get Malachi Hood. Yes. Our team is looking up, and we get a nice quarterback, or a corner. We get a nice little corner right there. Jaden Lewis. Sounding like a Cowboy already. Sounding like he plays on Sundays. And Bo Masco. Nice. Daniel Wingate. Told you, he'd be nice if we get him. DK Magruder. We're getting a bunch of guys now. Let's go. Transfer portal comes in clutch for us here but we do not. Oh, we don't get some of the guys like Bibby. Oh, no. He would have been a nice player for sure. Troy stealing him. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good at all. We still get A.O. Manor, though. Let's see. Do we have any more guys? Oh, dang. So, Western Michigan, Cincinnati, Iowa stealing them. Tulsa, Arizona State, bro. All these teams will get paid. They will get upset in a game by us eventually. I cannot stand for this. I cannot stand for them stealing my recruits or stealing my transfers. They will not steal another recruit from me. I shall make them pay in the form of beating them in a game. Okay, I'm liking this class so far. As you can see, where are we at? Georgia obviously going to be number 1. That's kind of a given. 6 5-stars. That's how you know you're good. 6 5-stars. Eventually, we should get there one day. At least. We are not in the top 50. We are 57. Wow. 57. We are actually getting better and better because of these classes. Now we only got 17 people, but hey, that's 17 I'll take. Any recruit makes us better at this point. Getting a 4-star, that's gonna boost our overall tremendously. Stanford lost out. Now Eli Manor is an 88 overall. We're only gonna have him for this year and next year if he does not leave. So that is a good thing. Now, I don't know why we're still 69 overall. We should be higher than that. But I am not terribly upset about that. Eli Manor has 94 speed to complement Josh Robinson's 97 speed? Man, we are about to have a dynamic duo for this season. Actually, for the next 2 years, we're about to have the ultimate 1-2 punch combo at receiver. Now all we need to do is get a solid running back to complement these two. And it looks like Walker White is actually the highest rated overall quarterback on this. That is not bad at all. So I guess now the first guy I want to see, he is 72. He is a 72 overall quarterback. We're going to have to think about that. We might have a QB controversy in week 1. We might have a QB controversy. Connor Juszczyk. Ooh, he's a 64 overall running back, but he's also good at playing some defender too. Speed rusher. I'm going to have to see about that. What do we need more of? What do we need more of? Okay, right end definitely would be not bad. I guess I can put him at right end. I was going to have him at running back, But seeing as how he is actually a pretty solid right end, that might have just helped our defense out a little bit. Any bit of defense helps. So Connor Juszczyk, you're not playing running back for me. You're going to be playing right end, helping our defense instantly. Now, as I see, do we have any more athletes? Is there another athlete? No, there is not. There appears not to be. I will double check, and I don't see one. Okay. That's all of them for now. Let's go on and see what our team is looking like. At quarterback, we need to make some changes. We were 70. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're 78 overall now, going up about 9 overall points from last season. Instantly getting a big boost to overall. That's going to help. Josh Robinson, 96 speed. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We need these guys to develop big time. And now, seeing as we went 1-11 in the Big Ten, the NCAA commission, the NCAA board of whatever, has decided Santa Cruz is no longer going to be a part of the Big Ten due to inability to compete in a good conference. They are demoting us to any other conference that is not a Power 5. We shall be demoted to either the Mid-American, Mountain West, or the Sun Belt, or potentially starting up a new Pac-12. And what will the board of directors do? Where will they move us? And right now, they're leaning towards moving us to the Sun Belt Conference. That is right. We are moving down to the Sun Belt Conference, and now we will have to adjust the amount of players on this roster. So, I'm sorry to say it, Frost, you are gone. We can't get rid of any other quarterback. So now let's get rid of 3 more people, at least. Teague, you are gone. You served your time well. I'm sorry, but you shall not be playing any more time on this team. At receiver. Oh, geez. Oh. Generals is dog water at receiver. That is not good at all. I'm sorry, you have to go. Now, who is next up on the chopping block? We have to get rid of one more person. We have plenty of receivers to go by. Malam, I don't think you're going to get to play, but you can stay if you want. You are gone. You're not playing. You're not playing either. Is there any more people we can cut to save some space for next year's recruiting class? Right now, it's looking like we might not have to. Sorry, Kramer, you are gone. You shall no longer be a part of this team. We are only looking for the best here, and we shall get rid of you too. I'm sorry, Barry. You are still on the team. Now, is there anybody else? You're gone. We're going on a mass cutting spree to save space and save face. You are gone. Half these guys aren't even going to get to play by the time they graduate. Blanks, you might not get to play. So good on out of here. Now, who is next? Stovall. You're on a chop block right there. You're on a tight list. You're on a tight list. You gotta be lucky y'all are all sophomore and freshmen. Roderick, you gotta go. 56 is not that good. Get off this team. We're only striving for the best here. 60 and above. That's it. Now time to look at our schedule Seeing as how we got forced into the Sun Belt. We had been realigned after just 1 year of being in the Big Ten. They didn't believe in us. They doubted us. We did go 1-11, but we have to face our number one rivals in the USC Trojans. The battle for the West shall begin. It shall become a thing, and it's going to become the next great rivalry since Alabama and Clemson. We shall see what comes of this in further future developments. But as for now, let's continue on with the schedule. And Jeff Holiday Jr. has transferred to BYU to become their backup quarterback. That is rather unfortunate. So it looks like either Matt Fuchsia or Walker White will get the job, and Jeff Holiday Jr. is a thing of the past for the Santa Cruz Tidal Waves. I wish him the best in his future endeavors, said his father. Now, after seeing that happen, here we go. It's just a thing that has to happen. It just is. BYU is officially the first game on our schedule in week 0, right before the main rivalry. As you can see, we face off against a bunch of Sunbelt teams, and I hope to have some good competition this year. I want to have better games than we did last year. We got to start it off with a game against our former quarterback and against our main rival who we beat a long time ago. Walker White is a 76 overall freshman scrambling quarterback, 3-star from Auburn. Now, does he get the starting job? We will just have to see. But right now, it's looking like he's not going to. As Matt Fuchsia, look at those abilities. Headstrong, platinum. Magician, platinum. Mobile resistance, option king. Actually, it's option king and off platform are silver. Mobile resistance and extender are normal. But he also has 94 speed as a quarterback. And we might just have our next scrambling quarterback. And we might just have our next starter. Look forward to Matt Fuchsia getting the first start in the season. Depending on how he plays, will determine who will start. He will get the first start of the season. Even though he is 3 overall points less than Walker White, he will get the first start of the season due to him having better speed and still being a pretty decent passer. He's got 93 throw power. Look forward to him starting week 1. And Elick Manor, the man who transferred over from Stanford, he decided to leave the great college of Stanford and move on to the West Coast to play for the Santa Cruz Tidal Waves, the new college in FBS football. And he decided he wants to take on the challenge of being the best wide receiver in this school's history next to Josh Robinson. Those two are going to be a dominant dual threat at receiver. And now we are changing our playbook because this is just ridiculous, the playbook we've been doing. I can't stand it no more. We need to have an actual offense that fits what we have right now, and that's none other than Auburn. And as you can see, we're 79 overall. Matt Fuchsia is going to be starting in week 1. I just like his play style more. Walker White, they say he's a scrambler, but he only has 84 speed. And Matt Fuchsia has 94. Just imagine, right now, our offensive line isn't the greatest. So the more speed he has, the greater it's going to be to try not to get hurt as much. Try to break away from the sacks because this line is getting pressured very quickly. Spencer Strickland, he's starting off. He's not necessarily happy, but it's his senior season. He's the guy right now at running back. Him and Keontae Tyson, those two are interchangeable. We got to make sure they stay healthy. Make sure they stay happy and healthy. And then now at receiver, we obviously have Josh Robinson, Elick Ailmanor, the two starting receivers starting off, 96, 94. That's going to be a pretty dynamic duo, if you ask me. Josh Robinson's production might drop a little bit because of Elick Ailmanor, but that's okay. That's okay by me. As long as he still does good as a receiver, we'll do fine. His production is most important to this team because as we've seen from last season, if we get it to him, he's going to make some plays. And we definitely need that. As you can see, him and Elick Ailmanor are going to be our kick returners. Now, punt returner, I don't want him risking too much of an injury, but I will put him there. I don't want them getting hurt really quickly. I don't want that at all. But they are kind of our fastest guys, and if we can manage to break away, we can definitely get that speed and put it to work. Now for our slot wide receiver, obviously those two are going to be kind of interchangeable. But that's what our receivers are looking like. Hopefully we can get them the ball a lot because that's what we're going to have to do, kind of. So we're just going to have to do that. And now back for our recruiting class of 2025. As you can see, we do have some quarterbacks just in case our current ones do not work out, which is very likely. It can happen. It's happened before. We're an up-and-coming program, so you can't expect us to start training them, getting them ready for game day immediately. We're going to have a few bumps in the road, but we'll be ready. We'll be ready if we need some new quarterbacks. We'll be ready. We have these two guys here. Heck, I've narrowed it down to Pat Lavinjo. Will Pat Lavinjo be our next starting quarterback? As you can see, he has 94 acceleration. He looks like he's ready to play as a running back, potentially, but also as a quarterback. And now on to the position we need the most. Most of our running backs are currently seniors. So look forward to these guys getting the opportunity to play at our school. Fan favorite is Platinum for Rick Allman. All these guys are gems. And we're actually not too far off from getting each one of them. Rick Allman, Horan, Rooks. We're actually pretty freaking close to getting each one of them. So we'll target them a little bit. We'll target them so we can make sure we stay on their board, stay ahead for them, and hopefully get them by the time the end of the season comes, or heck, even earlier than that. Hopefully we can do good this season. We are having to move down to the SBC, the Sun Belt. So maybe we can win some more games than we did last year. We can kind of be like hopefully, okay, my goal for the season, make it to a bowl game. We got to start off hot there. If we can get to a bowl game, that lets me know we're on the right track. We started off our tenure as a team in the FBS 1 and 11, but of course, you got to remember we were playing in the Big 10 actually. The Big 10 has some of the best teams in the world, Power 5 conference. They have like Ohio State, Oregon, Michigan, all those really good teams. And we got to make sure we win more games considering we're not playing them anymore. And now these recruits that we're looking at, they're all most of them are 3 stars. We're actually in good contention for them. So if we can manage to get these guys, that would help us tremendously and we'd be going up even more. But if you have enjoyed the video, consider liking it. And if you want to see more of my content, heck, consider subscribing. I'll keep recruiting. But as for now, I'm Yo Boy Baller1 saying, as always, peace out, everybody.